You need is that one
What
yes.
do you think my next question to him was?
How do you do it?
No.
Did you do it again?
Did you do it again?
That's using your mind. That's not nothing of physical or time. That's literally what's already up in here.
Do it. I had a Buick LaCrosse with a pull stick hanging out the window.
Me, my memory is bad. I'm old. I got my notepad, so I got questions to ask. But before I even get to the questions part, I'm gonna start with Ro Rich, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about himself, where he's from, kind of how he got to cooking. We cooking.
Well, what up, y'all? Well, my little journey is from born in Arizona, moved out here Oceanside when I was 10 years old. Went to a couple of little, went to Garrison, San Luis Rey, you know, and ended up going to Valley Junior High in Carlsbad. Ended up going to Carlsbad High, you know. That's around the time where I met Darrell, like 17. Them dudes, a bunch of his friends and stuff. And, you know, as my life went on, you know, you do the stuff 19, 20-year-olds do. You hanging out, you clubbing, you doing all that kind of stuff. And, you know, job here, job there.
Money.
yeah, blowing your check, blowing your little FAFSA. You know how it go. You live, you learn. You know, just, you know, job to job, moving around. Got in a little bit of trouble. You know, everybody gets in a little bit of trouble. You know, that was my young 20s. Met my girlfriend when I was 20 years old. And we're still together today. That's my wife, Tyra. You know,
that's a whole nother podcast. Black marriage, right there. Black love.
Yeah. Been together a long time. And what else I do? In the midst of getting in trouble and stuff, I've had to move out of state and do all, you know, move for probation out of state, and fast forward to like 20s. Mid-20s, did DVDs, you know, in the streets. I know people probably seen these. It's a couple of them, Industry 1, 2, and 3. You know, young black man stuff, you know, the rap game and all that. I didn't rap, but I did the videos. And from the videos, I went to started coaching. Got into my kids, played a lot of sports. So, you know, want to be involved in stuff, you know, go from being the sideline parent to the volunteer coach to the I volunteered coach and worked my way all the way up to coaching Oceanside High School.
Head coach,
girls basketball, head varsity coach. I told these guys,
no degree, just pure, just drive.
Yep. Years before, like, man, I want to be a head coach. I want to be a head coach. You need a degree to be it. Watch, I'll do it. You know, just determined, was a coach, and realized, you know, the pay on that coaching, you know, salute to y'all coaches out there, you know, because that's pure love, because it's not no real pay. So from there.
Like a teacher.
I went to work in FedEx ground, you know, doing hard work, and did that for a couple of years and realized I need some benefits, so switched over to FedEx Express, and that's kind of led me up to, with the FedEx Express, we'll get into that, but from FedEx Express led me into the cooking. It's kind of just
which
a quick
is what
breakdown.
You wanted to do always.
Which I've always, I was supposed to do it 3-4 different times and just, you know, sat on my ass and did.
Yeah, you just needed to find a game plan. You know, how to present it.
Yeah, life. You go through life. All the stuff that led me up to where I'm at today is I appreciate everything that's happened. From the hustling to the DVDs. I edit, do all my own, you know, my stuff. I've learned that from doing DVDs, but you know, all the tools basically led up to that, to where we are today.
How long have you been doing We Cooking? How long has We Cooking been a thing? Actual
1 year. 1 year. Started February 13th. It was the AFC NFC Championship game. I cooked a bunch of food on Facebook and showed everybody. And I said, okay, in 2 weeks, this will be for sale. So for Super Bowl, I made the plates. I sold 7 plates. Shout out to my boy June. He bought 5 of them.
He did the Jay-Z. He bought all the albums.
Yeah, shout out to my boy June. He bought 5 of them right out the gate. And then from there, it went the next week. I did it again. Sold like 13, 15. Next week it was 30. And, you know, and shit, just built up. Started going up.
So real early, you scaled your business from 5 plates to 10 plates to 20 plates
Out the
and then
crib.
just made a business out of it.
Yep, my
Out the
pots and
crib.
pans, and realized with that 30 orders, I couldn't cook at a regular home pots and pans. So I had to, fall back a week and reinvest and, buy grills and all this other
Culinary
stuff.
school?
No school. Straight off the
school.
street, man. I just knew.
No school.
I knew no matter what, I wanted to sell po' boys. I didn't know all the cheesesteaks, all this other stuff came off of.
I feel like like with you, I think like the internet, like social media,
Yeah,
helps
definitely.
more because you're seeing like all of the different recipes. Like people are cooking all day.
You know, they say seeing is believing.
and they're putting the recipe. Like the chefs, they'll put the recipe.
yeah.
And they're telling you how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you end up coming up with your own little mix to it. But yeah, that's
Right.
definitely people on the internet give you the game on what to do right now more than ever, But yeah, that's how it was. And I just, like I said, I just knew I wanted to sell shrimp po' boys and New Orleans food, so.
What was your biggest influence on cooking? I know you said you always wanted to cook. I've known you 20 years. I never see you make plates and all of that stuff. And it happened just how you said. One day I seen you cook on Facebook, and then 2 weeks later it's like, nigga, we cooking.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest influence? Did you have an uncle or auntie or somebody in the family that always cooked or?
Well, first off, my sister with the Golean's Vegan Kitchen,
Okay,
she
yeah,
was been doing
Yolanda.
this 7-8 years. So, you know what I mean? And I really didn't pay attention to her because it's like kind of like, when you see somebody doing something new, you're like, all right, let's just see how long you do that. So, and she stayed consistently at it. She's been doing it for 7 years. So first of all, my uncle Marvin, he sold po' boys. So that was like kind of in the back of my mind of an ideal of something to sell. But, you see these internet dudes get you a Pookie plate, guys, and stuff like that. And then Big City Dogs, my boy, I seen them doing it. And those are kind of some of the people I saw that made me like, okay, I could do this. The selling out the house literally is from the get you a Pookie plate dude on the internet. He was the dude I saw with the whole breakdown of the order here, place your time. And that's when I was like, oh, that's how you sell it from the house, So, those are some of the influences that got me to where I'm at today.
Shout out Ghost, Big City Dogs,
Yep.
Oceanside business, another
Yep,
black-owned
yep.
business. He does the same thing as we
Yep.
cooking.
I seen Rec, Mikhail, they were doing the hot dogs, and I was like, dang, I think I called Rec, like, how y'all do it? How, you know what I mean? So it's like, you see it, but, it's just not your time yet.
So, just off topic a little bit. That's the power of Instagram and TikTok. You can actually physically see somebody do something and be like, "Ooh, I can do that," and try
do
it. And you either fail or you
Sink or
you
swim.
keep going. Desto Dub, shout out Desto Dub. That's an awful lot of cough syrup. I seen them pull up in them vans. I think
I've
went
been
and bought.
seeing that lately too.
I think I went and bought a van 2 weeks later, bro. Like, ooh, he's selling all that out of the van.
that's
I
how it
went and
go.
bought a van, and I had it wrapped, and I was selling clothes up out of a van. So you got a similar. You seen somebody do something like, oh, that's easy. I can do that, and got right to it.
And not even to mention you, just overall business side. That's a whole nother topic anyways, you know what I mean? Watching you do it.
And that's why this podcast is going to be about transparency too. Like, show people, don't just pop out with the new Benz and the new house. And like, I told you niggas I was balling. And, no, don't do that. Show us how you got. I mean, if it's
process.
legal, especially if it's legal.
right.
If it's illegal, then we know why
because,
you didn't show.
you can give the game to, because you got the game from somebody.
Right.
So
Don't
you
be
wanna
a
give the game.
gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Tage, somebody said, Tage,
I had
I
that
like
issue
you,
when
not
I
a
started.
gatekeeper.
I had that issue when I started my my Instagram because I was like my business Instagram because I was like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, dang, do I really want to show people how to do things? Do I really want to show how do you get algae out of your pool? You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna want to do it themselves.
Do it themselves. Yeah.
I'm not going to make any money, things like that, because they want to do it themselves.
Right.
But I had to get into that bag. Like, I'm going to show, And because
your work.
Well, nowadays you can make a class out of it. Hey, you want to see exactly how to do it? Take this $14.99 course. Just click this link. Link in bio.
My wife said on me about that. Tyra said I need to show people from A to Z how to do food vending. She said you already learned enough. And I'm like, I'm still
open up one more barbershop. I'm sure I'm gonna have classes. You go to get your establishment license. Get this, get that, and go here to get your cheers. Go here and get your mirror. Go to Lowe's.
Nah, that's what they do with like the workout people. You know what I'm saying? You got to subscribe to get this workout that I just Googled. You know what I'm saying?
That's another source of income. You know what I mean? That's any course people will tell you. Create a course. Whatever you're good at.
Think about 1,000 people giving you $13.99 a month.
That's using your mind. That's not nothing of physical or time. That's literally what's already up in here, and you're cashing out.
And that's residual income too. So right now I can't get no money unless I'm standing there cutting somebody's hip. But if I sell a class, when I wake up, 10 people bought that class.
That's how you get rich. I know there's plenty of people like that.
I wrote a book.
Yeah, that's how you get rich.
I wrote a book about it.
So I had another question, probably for both of y'all, but it probably won't pertain to neither one of y'all because both of your kids are grown. But how do you balance being an owner of a business as a young black man and parenting? I like to ask that question to everybody because that's kind of what the podcast is about too.
Because my kid.
Your kids are grown, but still you're still a parent.
Yeah, but you just when they're grown. Obviously, when she was a kid, a child, I wasn't owning.
Right.
But like when they're grown, you just kind of want to show by example.
Right.
Kind of want to tell them, and especially like this day and age, it's good to own something.
Right.
You know.
Would you teach your daughter how to clean pools if she wanted to own her?
1,000,000%. I've seen women. I follow a couple women pool cleaners. I just saw one driving the other day. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And even when I was working at Leslie's Pool Supply, I was the assistant manager there too. Mm-hmm. There's women pool cleaners coming in, getting chemicals, all that. So
just leading by example and letting them see what dad is doing and dad is building. You know what I mean? To try to change your situation
because they're going to watch you.
For you,
for me, my kids are a little older, especially with starting this, but they've seen they know the work and the hustle and things I put in. With the work and the family. I'm a family man. I've always been a family man. Like, I family first, really, when it comes behind everything. So that's just how with the business that they know they can be a part of this, or they want. I got one off of college, and I got a 26 and 21-year-old. So it's a little different when you got kids, and it's like you're missing softball practices and all that kind of stuff. So mine are a little older, but. I was family time. I was the coach basically, so I was with my kids a lot of the time.
So both of y'all are basically saying it's super easy once the kid is grown.
Balancing. Yeah, because I don't know. I wasn't balancing, so I couldn't tell you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, your kids like 11.
Would you wish for your kids to have their own cooking one day possibly or something?
Yeah, because the goal is to not even to cut you off, but the goal is to show your kids to own something.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want, like now, like 2023, you wouldn't want to own, the goal is to own things.
Right. Yeah. So can't nobody tell you when to come. Can't nobody tell you when to go. Can't nobody,
all of that, but it's just better, economically.
Isaiah got Littus in the North right now. He's selling clothes.
And that's your youngest son.
Yeah. My youngest one's 21 in college at Chico State.
He sees all of us owning things. He's going to, obviously, it's going to rub off on him.
Yeah, so he's doing that right now. You know what I mean? I'm proud of him because, he started off and it's like, typical freshman. You're on your own, you're learning. And it's like, I had a talk with him like, I believe that, I like what you're doing, but I just thought you'd have a little more hustle. Like, we didn't go to college. So, you hear the stories of like Puffy was at college and he's throwing parties or Mark Zuckerberg. And, it's like that's where you're at with everybody to figure out how we're going to get out and be rich as successful out of college. And, this year he did a complete 180. He's, his grades is great. He's doing good. He's handling business and I'm proud of him. You know what I mean?
Shout out Zay Rich, Littus in the North.
Zay Rich, yes.
And
Littus ones.
And my other one, Sharif, he just bought his new car, you know, so
Reef dog.
he's, you know,
Reef dog.
independence and,
Guy.
you know, I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of both my kids. And, you know, so balancing it is kind of like, now I'm more or less like, they're doing what they're doing. I don't got to, my life is my life. You know, I mean, my life, I said, started at 45. Once our kids got off to college, that's why the food is coming. Because now I don't have to really focus on sports and all that. And I'm ready to go.
So both of you guys have legal businesses, correct?
Yeah.
Like went to the courthouse. Because you could just clean pools and make a logo and say, I'm a pool cleaner. But you actually had to go through the process to go to the courthouse, get an entity, whether it's sole proprietor or LLC or S Corp, right? Both of you guys have one.
Definitely.
Question to both of you guys, whoever wants to answer it first, was the process hard getting all the legal? Did you guys face any backlash, like anything?
No.
I know you said on your Instagram, you know, people wasn't sharing the sauce with you, or pretty much.
Yeah,
Did you guys get any legal, like?
No.
No.
Was the process easy? Do you guys got it?
No, it's
LLC?
just steps. Like with for the food vendor, first of all, you have to have a business license before you can do anything.
Right.
Then with that, you need to go get a seller's permit because you need to be able to pay the taxes on it, and those are the things you're going to have.
Sell the food.
Then it's kind of like you're going to need a food manager's card, a food handler's card as an owner. You know, once you get those kind of 4 things, now it's down to insurance and, you know, other little things like that. But for the most part, like, you have to have a health permit, you have to have a food handler's card, you have to have a seller's permit and a business license. All that other stuff, you know, your EINs and all that stuff can come, you know, how deep you want to go into your business. But to automatically go out there and have the health department not mess with you, those are the 4 or 5 things you're going to need.
So in the state of California, because that's where we're at, you don't need a culinary license to be a street vendor.
You need a health permit, you need a food handler, so, you know, just those 3, 4 things literally to get started.
And that's for you. What exactly were the steps? So you had to go to the city of wherever you're from, get a business license.
No. First, First off, you know, you want to go get certified. So it's a CPO. It's a certified pool operator,
right? And
you get a number. So I have one of those. And then
how long? Not to cut you off. How long does that take?
It was a 2-day class.
2-day class.
It was a 2-day class, 8 hours a day. At the end of the second day, you take a test to pass. So you could only
small course.
Yeah. 2 days, 8 hours. I mean, yeah, but you're there 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I did that.
Small course.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm like damn.
Like traffic school. I got to sit here for 2 days.
And then you got to pass. You can only miss 13. You know, and they're telling, you know, it's just a lot of stuff.
If you care to share, how much?
Like
just
what?
for them, for the audience. How much was?
Does it cost?
Yeah.
Oh, it was only like $200.
Okay.
It was only like $200.
Just like that, y'all.
Okay, and then a business license.
It's easy, and then you go to the city wherever you live in or wherever you're doing business at. Go get a business license to the
City Hall.
City Hall,
wherever
City Hall. Go to City Hall and get a license. It's only like $60, and then you have to go do like I guess it's called like a fictitious license.
Fictitious business license.
Yeah, so you go to the records store.
Yeah.
Not store, but
city records, county records.
The records. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
So nobody got the name,
right? So they'll put it in the newspaper for like a week. If nobody claims it, then that's the name of your business.
I've done that 3
times. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it. And then you have insurance. You go and get insurance.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah, and that's how you have your business. And then you just get out there and you could walk around, go word of mouth and get on social media, you know, market, promote, things like that.
Take before and afters, all that stuff.
Personally, what I did was, I just told myself, I'm like, yo, if I want to be a pool cleaner, I got to be at the pool store. Right, you know what I'm saying? I got to be around. I got to hang out at the pool store more.
Right,
the pool supply house, you know, kind of see what's going on, see different things, chemicals and things like that. But so I was doing that, and then I got a job at the pool store.
Leslie's, right?
Leslie's Pool Supply. You know what I mean? And that's really what kind of put me over the edge because it was a lot of training that we had to do. Taught me all of the chemicals, and me working in that store. people coming in with their pool problems, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like in the field when I first got my CPO. Like I was cleaning pools that weekend. I had a freaking Buick. I had a Buick LaCrosse with a pool stick hanging out the window.
There you go.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
The grind.
For sure.
Like then, I said, why I got them both on the show. You hear both like.
And I was messing up pools. I was losing pools, and I would like get like, you know, word of mouth kind of thing. And actually, you know, shout out my sis. You know what I'm saying? She worked at a pool company. She was answering the phones. She was sliding me the ones. You know what I'm saying, that they couldn't get to.
So you had an inside track.
Yeah, she had got me like 10, 11 pools to start out.
Pete Rose.
You know what I mean? Rose. Shout out Candace. Word. I got you. But word. So yeah, I lost all those pools. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what led me to go to want to learn more, hang out around the pool store, ask questions, things like that. And like I said, finally, they had an assistant manager position open. I got cool with the manager, and he was like, you know, I got experience, obviously. You know, put me on there, and that's kind of how. And then so now, you know, I have a relationship with Leslie's Pool Supply to where they'll call me if somebody comes in to ask for pool service. And that's really how I get my pools. There it is. I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be on the master class.
It's like a bodybuilder. He goes and gets a job at GNC. Like, hey, bro, you work at the spot. Yeah. You work at the gym.
Word. So
that's the juice.
So you guys got licensed. You guys got permits. For Row Rich, do you plan on what is your 5-year goals, or do you plan on opening an actual brick and mortar store or a restaurant?
Obviously, anybody selling food at a restaurant is the goal. You know, I'm scared of them overhead fees. I hear you talking about rent and electricity, all that.
But said, get rid of self-doubt. Get rid of self-doubt.
No. Yeah, restaurant's the end goal, but it's steps I want to do. My goal is to obviously I want to franchise out the pop up because I like the hustle behind that, and you know the right person you can thrive off of that alone. You know, so I want to go to from what I have is one canopy.
What's the plan, Rodney?
I want to have 3 canopies going. You know. I would like to have a food trailer and then work my way. I don't want a food truck. I would want a food truck, but I want to go from trailer to restaurant. Well, you know, and before that, 4 or 5 franchise. I want a franchise.
And if I'm correct, you just literally not your first person, but you hired someone to go out with the tent and everything, just like this week, right?
Yes,
so that's a big step.
I've ran across somebody who God has brought somebody to me, however religious or not you were, you know, that he's showing the same drive that I had. And it's nice. I laid in bed like, man, I just need one person that wants to do this with me. And I've had people come, and I just let them show who they are with dealing with me and my business. Right. And you know, this guy, he showed up, you know, Chef Dan, and he's working out. And so I'm gonna get him going. You know, I'm gonna get him going. He's ready to work. He's ready to do it. He has the same passion behind me. He's cooked all over the U.S. You know, so
that's a big step.
So I got somebody, and you know, we're building. We're always looking for somebody. You know,
there's a couple ways to expand in the pool business. I mean, you can also buy pool routes from other pool guys, too. Right. Which I mean, I don't do that because it takes too much time to make the money off of.
Make the money back. So I really don't do that, but you can if you like. Just say for an example, like I have 60 pools out here in North County. Now I can go buy a route in Temecula. I have somebody work these 60, go buy a route in Temecula, and I'll work those. You know what I'm saying?
Until you find somebody,
else to work those.
And so that's how you scale the business. Do you plan on doing that, or do you kind of want to keep it small?
No. I do plan to expand, but I'm not. I don't want to buy. I'm not into buying pools. So it takes longer.
It's gonna be a slow grind.
It's going to be longer because I'm going to have to get my pools. However, I get them marketing.
But you get about one a week though, right?
And you,
No, I know it's good.
Yeah, you
and
get
if I'm
about
correct,
one-
you do have somebody who works for you now.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out my boy Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? He's at work right now. Shouts out to you, baby.
Yeah,
Shouts out to you, baby. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
like I said,
Forgive
that's-
me if I check my phone.
That's why I got these two men on the show, because the word "I'm a boss" is used so loosely. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a king. I'm a god. I'm a this. I'm a that. And here I have two people that really, really, really are someone's
Every day.
boss. You know what I mean? That someone has to call them and say, "Hey, you know, hey, this or that." But yet, if you go on either one of their social medias, you won't see "I'm a boss," "I'm a king," "I'm a god," or any of that. So they're two humble business owners.
Definitely.
I got them on the show.
If anybody has any questions, they can always ask. They can always hit me. I'm never hard to find. Everybody
too
knows.
Hollywood.
I'm hard to find. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm everywhere.
You
You got a
pop
pop-up shop. You ain't hard to find.
I got love for a lot of people in the city for sure.
Question
off.
for both of you guys: how do you go about your hiring process? Like, how do you know who to hire, who's good and who ain't?
Yeah, well, it's for me. It's a little harder because you have to know how to do clean swimming pools. You have to know what
Is it something
so
that
it has to be somebody that knows what's going on.
I was just about to say,
already.
can it be somebody who knows absolutely nothing
Yeah,
about pools?
I mean
and can you teach
Tyrone.
them?
That's what I got Tyrone, and he didn't know anything about any pools. You know what I'm saying? So I'm teaching him. He hasn't taken the class, so I'm teaching him as much as I can.
Apprentice.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's going to know everything.
Yeah.
Don't incriminate yourself now. You said he out there cleaning pools.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to be. No, your employee doesn't have to be. Have a
Licensed.
CPO
Yeah.
license.
Okay,
nothing
gotcha.
like that. But we're all good though. That's why he calls me every time he goes, or he texts me every time he goes to a pool. After he tests it, he sends me a picture of the test.
Okay.
I tell him what to do.
Okay.
He knows scrubbing and vacuuming and netting the debris and how to turn the pump on and all
Right.
things like that. But if there's an issue, usually that's how it is. Like you have like the employee would tell me, I would tell the customer, I'm going to come fix something, whatever's broken.
Right,
He's
right.
not. He just
not
messes with
ready
the
yet.
Doing the
chemicals.
maintenance. He's doing the maintenance.
They have pool techs. They have pool guys.
Yeah.
I'm a tech. I have another guy that's a tech too. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone's not a tech. You know what I'm saying? He just does the regular maintenance on it.
So like anything in life, it's levels. It's levels.
Yeah.
You got a cook, you got a chef, you got a head chef, you got
Yeah.
you know
There
what
you
I
go.
mean?
Yeah.
Same with barbering. You got a apprentice, you got a barber, you got a master barber, you got a barber owner.
Yeah, you want to go to the designs, you just go to Tage. But you know what I'm saying?
How do you go about your hiring process?
Cooking, it's a passion. You gotta want to take pride in handling. You enjoy people eating your food. Everybody has somebody in their family, auntie or uncle, the cousins. They love to be in the kitchen and serving people. Serving people, you gotta wanna do wanna do that. So I looked for that first. If you're up there looking at a job watching the clock, you're not gonna cook that food. Food is cooked with love. So I look for that in the people, and I have a couple people that we have about 3-4 employees now, and they all like it. Because we're starting business, so they're definitely not there for the pay. You know what I mean? So they love it, and as they grow, we grow, and they grow.
There you
Gotcha,
go, bro.
gotcha,
I like that. That was steep. I like that. That was steep.
Nah, that's
My
just
next
really
question
nice.
was, how do you guys find vendors or venues? You already touched on, how you kind of go about finding pools and getting your pool.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with marketing.
Marketing
You know what I mean?
and posting, right?
Social media. Social media is my website. I don't even have a website. You know what I'm saying?
Check my IG.
Yeah, at this time I don't. You know what I mean? Because I'm still growing.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
We
I just
all
felt
just
like
starting.
I feel like that I don't want to be paying for a website. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting any traction.
Right. At this point, a website ain't needed. I don't have a website.
That's
I've
not
been
how
in
you
business
conduct
8 years.
business.
So
You know, I have my
We
social
Cooking
media.
is the brand and the label, man. We cooking.com, man. Hit us up.
I mean, I have
man.
3,000 followers.
We got
on
a
my
website.
Facebook. I have like 1,200. No, I have like 10,000 on my Instagram.
Right.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
You're reaching people without needing to pay for
That's all these people are going to see what I post
or anything.
You know, social media is big, and you know, and even on like Facebook, like they have these different groups.
Yeah.
Friends of Vista, Friends of Oceanside, San Marcos. You post up in there. You know, I know a lot of people in those. Every time somebody posts in one of those groups looking for a pool guy, I have like 3 friends tagging me on.
So word of mouth.
All
Word
day.
of mouth works the best.
I've gotten a lot of pools like that.
Gotcha.
Ton of pools.
Gotcha.
Shout out my people.
For the food vendor stuff, it's kind of, you know, you got to get out there and talk to the other vendors, and they'll tell you about this festival's coming up or this, go to this market. You know, with all this, with you, me, anybody, it's all word of mouth. You got to open your mouth. You're not gonna get nothing without asking questions and
that's the big thing.
doing research and looking up. And you got to, if you're in your field and you're whatever you're doing, you got to be in it. You got to, you got to know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Where the pickup ball is at. You know, the real ballers know where the
Gotta
game's
get on the
at.
asphalt.
Yeah, you got to get
we're
outside.
from the old school, man. You know,
gotta
what I'm
get
saying?
outside
You
and
got to
you
do
gotta-
the footwork.
That's
You know
what I tell my barbers. You gotta. I go by the philosophy: no stone unturned.
And that's this guy. That's him.
No stone. No stone unturned means make clothes, make stickers, make flyers, make hats. Make so that way
stone
you touch
unturned. Oh, I get it.
everybody.
I got you.
I mean, why? One of the barbers asked me yesterday. Do the stickers really work, bro? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever came in and said, "Hey, I
Bro,
seen your
I got-
sticker." You know what I mean?
I got stickers because you got stickers.
You got flyers. You got brochures.
Man, every little fast food joint, bank, whatever. I put my post my sticker. I got that from you.
If the cameras could see real close, if you guys look at their shirts, they both are wearing their actual brand, and that ain't just for the podcast.
Word.
I mean,
This
maybe
is my
it's
shirt right
a
here.
nice clean one because it's the podcast. But
This is what I wear every day.
every day, every day,
You're gonna see me every day in this T-shirt and some basketball shorts.
If you go to Food for Less, right?
Yeah.
You walk down the aisle, and just so happens this lady needs a pool cleaner. If you got on the Gucci shirt, she gonna say nice Gucci shirt,
Man,
but she needs a pool cleaner.
I've definitely gotten a pool. I was at Upper Crust Pizza and she saw and she was like, "Yo, like, I need a pool guy." I've gotten a pool like that. I still got her to this day. Shout out Amy.
So anybody in entrepreneurship run paid ads. Another quick story. One of the barbers, I asked him, "Have you ever ran a paid ad?" He said, "Yeah, I ran one for 5 days for $5."
For $5.
Yeah, one day. You know, you're gonna reach 70 people.
So you ran one for $1 a day, and then here's what trips me out. He said, "Yeah, I got 2 people off of it."
Damn.
2 people is $30 a haircut. So you made $60 off of 5.
All you need is that one
What
yes.
do you think my next question to him was?
How do you do it?
No.
Did you do it again?
Did you do it again? He said, no.
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 I used to
The
do that
man
though a
said
lot.
no, and I'm like, bro, you just made $60 off 5. If you don't go take $60 out of your bank account and pay Instagram and Facebook,
Right.
imagine how many. You know what I mean? It didn't. Make
Yeah,
sense.
see, but
invest.
you know, some people they just like they think I don't want to be spending my money. Do it every now and again. Don't do it every
gonna come
week.
back.
It's going to come back.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
come back.
Like, I
It's-
don't have the money.
It's an
Do it
investment.
like once a month.
It's
Like,
an investment.
but don't do the $5 one. Do the $100 one once a month.
It's an
You're going to
investment.
reach 3,500 people.
I was listening to the EYL podcast and the
Earn Your
dude-
Leisure.
Earn Your Leisure, and the
Yeah.
dude said he spent. The guy who does Will Riviera, he said he spent $100,000 on business credit cards on advertisement. Just literally put it into straight advertisement and got $1 million back.
Bill, that's the business credit guy.
He has those. His commercials are still running on IG. The commercials go like this: "Don't buy this, buy this instead." Or don't buy this.
I don't think I've
buy
seen
this.
them, though.
Don't buy a Gucci watch. Buy this smart water. He's the Amazon seller.
Oh, okay.
He's Will Riviera. He bought his own apartment building, 24. He named it Riviera Homes right after his own last name. So
Yeah, you have to invest back in it. Like
you got to invest.
I can look at like my bank account and bulging, but I know I started from a pot and a skillet at my house to I have a full kitchen and I have supplies and I have, I have deep fryers and multiple grills now. So, You know, it takes a while, but you got to invest back. You got to put the money back.
Just like now, you know, you invest in another tent, you know, things like that.
Another tent on the way.
And my next move is I'm going to get another truck. So.
Which is what? An investment. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you need a truck to go ride around and look cool?
Yeah, because I got another tech now, and so he needs to be. You know, we can't be pulling up in the Buick LaCrosse. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be right. Like I said, I'm still building. You know what I'm saying? Like I have established myself, right? So now it's time for me to establish employees, somebody else. I need to be able to pay them good, so they'll stay.
You can only do so many pulls in a day.
Right. That's why I had to get employees.
That's the measure of success. How many people are you helping? How many families are you feeding?
Exactly. You know, because they're going to want to get paid good. You got to be able to pay people. And so you have to have that clientele so you can pay people.
We're going to wrap up this episode of Tell 'em Tage. Hopefully y'all like it. Y'all fuck with us. I ain't going to ask you to subscribe, like, and comment, but I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, and comment.